Good morning. It is September 23rd, and I fear that my days of recording my videos outside are seriously numbered for this year. Although it is nice out, um, those days are coming to an end when I can sit outside and comfortably do my videos. So anyway, it's been a little while. It's probably been at least a week since I've done a video. I haven't been doing as many, but I still will be doing them every now and then. So it's September 23rd, and what happened this day in history? Well, in 1876, the Ottawa Rough Riders played their very first game in the CFL. In 1908, the University of Alberta opened up. In 1952, it was the first closed-circuit pay TV telecast of a sports event. In 1969, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, I'm sure you all remember that movie, premiered. It was a good year for premiere movies. Good date, I should say. In 1994, The Shawshank Redemption was released. And in 2018, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched Modicare, which was free health care for 500 million people. It was the world's biggest health care program. And on 2019, on this date, I'm sure you remember, it was only last year, when that young girl, Greta Thunberg, scolded world leaders saying, "How dare you?" as she was addressing the UN climate action. She was scolding them for not taking enough action on climate change. I'm not going to comment a whole lot on that because I don't want to get into politics with Greta Thunberg, but we'll just leave it at that. Now, our devotion this morning was talking about how God directs the hearts of kings like he directs a river. And I made reference to one of my river rafting trips, my whitewater rafting trips. And the pictures I attached are of the last time I was whitewater rafting on the Arkansas River. It was ridiculous. It really was ridiculous. And there was me and my son and his wife and my son-in-law, and there was 2 river guides. In order to raft on one of these rivers, which are just raging and angry rivers, you have to have a guide with you. You have to have a guide that's directing the trip. And that guide knows every inch of that river. He knows where all the dangerous spots are. He knows where all the rocks are. And so you have to listen. He's constantly yelling out orders the whole time. Paddle hard on the right, paddle hard on the left, backstroke on the left, and he's yelling out orders all the time because he knows the river. He knows the patterns of the flows of the river. And in order to be safe, you have to listen to the person that knows the river. And those 2 pictures that I show, those are when the raft goes into a hole and you're completely underwater. As you can see in one of those pictures, you can't even see any of the raft. One of them you can see the front as it's coming out of the hole. The other picture you can't see the raft at all because it's completely underwater. And if you listen to the instructions of the guide and follow his directions, you're going to be a lot safer on the river. There's still a chance that something's going to happen. And the spiritual application is this crazy river that we are on right now. We need to listen to the guide, which is our God, who knows the path. He knows where all the dangers are. He knows where all the pitfalls are. And so we need to follow his direction if we want to be safe. Now, we are living in a crazy time right now. And I'm not afraid. I really don't. Lori and I talk about these events all the time, and we don't have fear, but we are seriously concerned for the direction, especially the United States. The direction the United States is going right now with all the violence and the riots, and I've never seen every single issue so politicized as it is right now. It doesn't matter what it is. There is so much political hatred on both sides, and it's really concerning. It's concerning but there's no reason to fear. Because as the devotion said, it's God who directs the hearts of the kings and the presidents and the prime ministers and leaders. God puts them in place for a reason. I don't understand it. I don't understand why things happen the way they do, but we just have to trust that God is in control and that we're going to be all right. And we do not need to be afraid because God is the final authority and he will make sure his will is accomplished on this earth. So we don't need to be afraid. So anyway, just my thoughts. Thanks for listening.